All right, so as new Social Security benefits and raises, Social Security raises for 2023 are going out now, starting to go out here for some people here. In January, this is the largest raise since 1981, 8.7%. It's coming with some drawbacks here, including reduced SNAP benefits for a lot of people. And while this also could mean another significant drawback here soon, well, I'll go over that here in this video. And well, the other problem here is how long will inflation stay high in 2023? Will we see another large Social Security raise here in 2023? That also could mean a significant raise here again. We'll talk about this here in this video. If you're new to our channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out here every day on our YouTube channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos. So this was the largest raise in over 40 years. It was actually the fourth largest Social Security raise ever. So it was really good for a lot of Americans. But it had some downfalls. It had some downfalls. One of those downfalls was reduced food stamps, reduced SNAP benefits. The other problem here is that right now there's a pandemic SNAP benefit going on here in over about half the states, and that could be ending here soon as well. Let me show you the states that are getting these extra benefits. I'll show you here right now. Here is the extra SNAP benefits here. You can see it's actually a pandemic virus emergency allotment. So this is kind of a stimulus benefit here. It's been going on here since 2020, actually, underneath the Trump administration. So this is still going on here because of the virus. We all know the virus is still here. It's still, we have a lot of days that get over 100,000 new people testing positive here on a daily basis. Depends on the day. But you can see here, this is the states that are getting new SNAP benefits for January. Now, January is just getting started here, so there could be more states added to this list. But here are the states. This is a $95 bonus per family in extra food stamp or SNAP benefits. These states that are already added to the list for January are Alabama, California, Colorado, Washington, D.C., or District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Now, if you don't see your state on here, here was last month's. You can see here there was a few more on here, like California. Well, California's on there. Guam was on there. And there's a few more states that could still be added on here for the month of January that may not have been added on here yet. The U.S. Virgin Islands is on there as well. Okay, so don't worry, January states can still be added on there. Of course, any other states can also add themselves on there if they don't want to be cheap, for lack of a better word, and they want to help out low income citizens, senior citizens, people on Social Security, things like that. This is definitely something they can do. Okay, so I wanted to put this out there. I also want to say here that this could be coming to an end here soon. Here's the January list here yet again, if you want to see it one more time. The reason this could be coming to an end here is because once the pandemic is declared over by the president, this will be over. And this will also affect Medicaid, because there's millions of people on Medicaid that don't rightfully qualify for it. And there's been new stipulations that have basically said that during this pandemic time, that anybody that applied for it that maybe doesn't quite qualify for it appropriately, the states are kind of giving extra money right now for it. And once the pandemic emergency, declaration is over, that they're going to have to then kick them off. But right now, during the emergency declaration, they can't really kick them off. But this is could be coming to an end here soon. In fact, look what just happened. 25 governors, all Republican governors, call on feds to move on from the pandemic and end, or call for President Biden to end the public health emergency. 25 Republican governors. Yeah, you can see right here 25 Republican governors have signed a letter asking President Joe Biden to end the public health emergency, saying, quote, "It is time we move on from the pandemic and get back to life as normal." Saying, quote, "While the virus will be with us for some time, the emergency phase of the pandemic is behind us, and we have come so far since the beginning of the pandemic. We now have the tools and the information necessary to help protect our communities from the virus." Now, we'll definitely tell you the virus is still with us here. We caught it back in November. Me, my wife, my son, my mom, my dad, and her mom and her dad, we all caught it. This is literally one person catches it and it spreads via breath. Then, in an unrelated manner, my brother and his side of the family caught it in December. We didn't catch it from them because they caught it completely separately, um, and they isolated. But him and his fiance and um, her daughter and her boyfriend caught it in December, like a month and a half later, just to kind of give you an idea. And the funny part is that we had never caught it, and they had never caught it. She actually used to be a nurse, and we had gone, like, both of us, all of us, had gone like 2.5 years or however long it's been, and never caught it ever. So that just goes to show you that the virus is definitely still around, and it almost kind of seems like it's more so than ever. Of course, everybody has a different feeling about this, but it just kind of seems like it's really out there right now. Now, I don't know. Everybody has different theories. Maybe it's because, I don't know, kids are back in school. Nobody's wearing masks. There's no isolation. Everybody's back to normal. Um, or maybe it's just we have to live with it. It's like a flu virus or cold virus or what. But the US has had over 1 million people die from this virus. I have read your comments down below in the comment section of, I don't know, hundreds of people that have said, yes, I have had a loved one that has died. We've lost one. My condolences to everybody. So this is something that we have to deal with. And the White House themselves have said that we might not ever be rid of this virus. So yeah, it's a tough one because you got to live your life and also deal with this. But the question here is that when or if the White House declares the pandemic over, millions of people on SNAP benefits, all those states will lose the extra $95 per month, extra SNAP benefits, extra food stamp benefits that they're getting. And a lot of these are seniors. It's literally money that will be taken right from their mouths and won't get it. The problem here is when seniors got this SNAP benefit raise here, a lot of them lost food SNAP benefits to begin with. I've seen literally thousands of comments in the comment section of people saying, Jimmy, I got my COLA raise, I got my Social Security raise, but the first thing they did when I got it is they reduced my SNAP benefits. That's one of the major problems I see here, is that particularly in the last 2 years, because the last two raises were the two largest raises we've had in decades, is that they've really significantly bumped people into like the higher brackets, and now they're taking away people's food stamps, and thus the COLA raise is not really helping out people that much. And then whenever the pandemic is actually declared over, like all the Republican governors want it to happen, 25 Republican governors, I think that's all of them. Whenever that happens, it's going to hurt millions and millions more Americans and a lot of Social Security recipients and a lot of low income Americans as well, and a lot of people on Medicaid. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think this should happen? Another thing we're going to talk about here in an upcoming episode as well. This is a quote directly from the president of the Social Security Works Foundation. He says, no matter who leads the House GOP, Kevin McCarthy is, the Republicans haven't voted for him 6 times now. He's failed to win the speakership for the Republican House Speaker. He says, quote, no matter who leads the House GOP, advocates say they all want to cut your Social Security. He says, quote, Democrats must stand strong and united to protect Social Security from Republican hostage taking. Yeah. So I just did another video here where you can watch where Democrats want to, there's 2 different opposing point of views here that they're going to be working on this year in Congress. Democrats and Republicans both want to fix Social Security. But they both are similar proposals, but Democrats want to raise benefits by $2,400. Republicans don't want to raise benefits at all. You can see the thoughts here. I try not to pick political sides, but Republicans, some of them want to cut benefits because they say they need to keep Social Security solvent. And I'll link you to a video here I did on that. And also another video here I did as well. But if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos. So click the subscribe button, then the bell icon that appears down below here after you subscribe, and I'll keep you up to date here. Also, thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos so that more people know about everything that's going on here on a daily basis. Here is that video about the $2,400 raise that Congress is potentially going to pass here this year, or Democrats and Republicans are working on. And here is another video about 6 changes to Social Security that is happening, well, right now. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.